Loc Virtual, hello. So yeah, that there looks like a bunch of you signed into that document. So you feel free to, in X-Plane 11, to go to any one of those airports and start testing the LPV approach. I know it works with the Baron because, like I said, I did it into San Antonio yesterday. So it works in the Baron. It's just a matter of doing it correctly. So on ForeFlight, while this is loading up, I'll go ahead and go over here to close. We'll go to flight plan, clear. We'll go KSNA, and then I'll load the procedure. According to my chart, 20 right has an LPV approach, so we'll click on approach, and we'll go to the RNAV GPS Yankee 20 right. Yeah. All right, and we'll go via vectors. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so as you can see here, I've overlaid the RNAV GPS Yankee runway 20 right approach at John Wayne onto the ForeFlight map. So we want to be at Bonky at 2,900. And we can start from Sager. That's fine. At Sager at 3,500. We could do that. But we're not going to probably engage the LPV until probably at Bonky. It could happen at Sager. Don't know. But we'll try that out. Hope that makes sense. Can you give me the link of the plugin you have called ValSnap? Oh, ValSnorb? Yeah, that's not public yet. Soon though. Hello, Petrie. I was thinking of you today as I was browsing the tracking websites of the world. We're going to take off from 20 left. Like I say, we're not on Pilot Edge at the moment. Once we get this down, we'll probably take this bird onto Pilot Edge. So I'll go battery on. I'll pull the parking brake out. We'll go beacon on. We'll go fuel pump on for the moment. Fixture. Rip headphones. Alright, so that's fine. Oh, haha. Okay, so that's that. We'll then go prop sync. We'll go nav and strobes on like we're going to take off. Fuel pump can come off. Avionics. So hold on a second. 1 second here. I do want to. If I go. Oh, you know what? Need to do something. I have the ForeFlight up on the screen because I'm looking at something, but I gotta do something I forgot to do. Bear with me. Production value. There's a file that I have to go in and delete. Every time you start the Reality GTN 650 or 750, it creates an INI file in the aircraft directory. And I've had X-Plane crash when trying to use it. If you go in and delete that INI file, it's called Reality xpgtn.ini, and it actually shows up in the aircraft directory.
With the most dead.
Thank you, Virus City, for the host. Appreciate that, sir. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Virus City viewers. So anyway, pro tip right there: if you want to use the Baron 58 or a lot of the Carenado planes with the GTN 650 or 750, I recommend in X-Plane 11 deleting that INI file every time and then starting over. Enjoy your dinner. Catch you on the flip side, Virus City. I have the 4 flight up on the screen for a reason. Don't worry. As you can see there, the way that you determine whether or not an airport has an LPV approach is you go into the RNAV GPS approach plate, and down here below it's going to say category, and if it doesn't say LPV at the top, it does not have an LPV approach. Thank you for the follow, Suna1234. Appreciate that. D Hendy 91 with the host. Thank you, Dave. People call you Dendy. Have you noticed that? Dendy 91. Do you go by Dendy in the real world by chance, or no? That's just. Yeah, Skid Rock, no problem. In fact, thank you for typing up. At Skid Rock, we'll go 3,800. There's 3,800 given to Skid Rock for winning the first trivia question. All right, so what I need to do here is I need to go to battery, and then I need to go to okay, let's turn the plane down. We can turn off the smart co-pilot. I wish the volume would stay the same. Turn on our fuel pump for a second here. Turn on our beacon. Set our parking brake. And let's turn over. Oops. Thank you for the follow. That is a bizarre name. All right, so that one's going. Let's start over here.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me.
Merry Christmas, my brother. May your flights be smooth and all your landings greasers.
Thank you very much, Gyrohead, for the donation. I do appreciate that quite a bit. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. There's one thing I wanted to check here. 1 second. Yeah, you're very, very good supporter. Happy landings to you again, my friend. And are you going to get which Carenado are you going to get? That's what I want to know. Let's see here. Let's go to Alright, so those are started. Alright, so we can take our fuel pump off, nav and strobe on, and we got the GTN going again. Zero Lex and Rock, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. We'll go to that. Alright, we're set up there. Alright, so we will let go of the park brake. We'll bring our GTN down here just for the moment. And we'll go full prop. And you hardly ever take off from runway 2 at John Wayne. I've actually landed at runway 2 before. It was a special night with on PE where they actually were landing practice approaches on runway 2. And it was pretty cool that I was allowed to do that. So, but we're not on PE right now, so we're just going to do, like I say, a practice LPV approach. And then we will go on pilot edge. Look at that GPB 500 field. That is the most amazing airport. Ah, it's a good looking airport. Okay, so we'll go into... I'm going to turn my engine down. And we'll go into autopilot. And we'll just sync the heading bug for now. And we'll go into heading mode. I have to reset my SciTech panels. Set altitude 3,500.
Altitude set to 3,500 feet.
Okay, we're going into altitude mode. Alright, so let's try this again, folks. So here we go. Procedures, approach, KSNA. We want to do the runway RNAV 20 right with LPV. And we want to do, we can go via Sager, that's fine. So we'll load and activate the approach. Let's see what happens when we do this. Engage approach hold.
Approach hold on.
No, we don't want to do that. Engage. Let's just do nav. So that does work when we do need to go to our when we do need to go into approach mode. That did work, so that's kind of cool. One thing I didn't know about this Baron is you should put on this yaw damper. But I guess when you're landing, you don't want the yaw damper on. So hopefully I take that off. All right, so we're going to Sager. Bring up the map here. I think you can declutter this map right in the settings. Let's see, menu, map overlays, topo, terrain, all airways. Probably want topo on or terrain. Oh, that's interesting. Map setup. Probably should keep That's kind of cool. Lots of red lights that can't be right. Let's see, what's wrong with the alternators? Oh, yeah. Alternators should have been on a long time ago. And did I do a prop sync on this one? No, I didn't. Thank you, guys. Prop sync. Kind of focusing too much on the GPS. Gear is up. Flap is up. Now here's where we want to see we're losing some frames, so I'm going to go up to Valsnorb and I'm going to do the compact version. I'm going to go into objects and I'm going to take my LOD bias out. Let's see, I'm going to raise it up to 2. Actually, there's 2.5. There's 3. And then I'm going to take objects down to 1. See if that gives a second to load. Frames are coming back a little bit, but not as much as I want it to. Take cars back, forest back. So it's probably... Well, that's interesting. It's having us go to Bonky. Bonky at 29. Actually, I want to go to Sager. Waypoint. Let's go. Yeah, that was a weird... Let's just go up here and go... we'll set up at Sager. And we'll go Sager at 29, that's fine. What are the numbers titled CPU and GPU to the right of the frame rate? Well, that reminds me, I need to restart my my control deflections. Just 1 second. I want to do, let's see. Okay, and then we're going to come up here. We're going to reload this one. Alright, so now up here you can see my throttle. Here's my throttle up there in the upper right, and then you can see my brakes and etc. So now we're better. That wasn't working before. What are the numbers titled CPU and GPU to the right of the frame rate? I don't know what those are. I don't know what they are. No idea. I'm going to make it. Hopefully, this control deflection window up there in the upper right that shows joystick, rudder, throttle, braking. Hopefully, that will. M. Congrove wrote that, and I'm hoping that we can put frame rate counter up here into a nice easy window, so I don't have to have this. It just is a little ugly. I wish you could take out the extra categories to the right of the frame rate. That'd be kind of nice. I should suggest that to Laminar. Frame draw times. Okay. Where do you get the control deflection add-on? Skid Rock, I got that from M. Congrove. I think if you get a hold of him... Why is it doing that again? That's really bizarre. It's probably because... Well... Yeah, it's definitely not going to Sager. The approach must still be active. Alright, so proc... activate approach. There we go. So there's via Sager. All right. That's fine. Permission, yeah. Whiskey Tuesday. Let me give you a permit. There's a permit. Stressy 2, have a good one. Am I streaming again before Christmas? You bet. Yep. I'll be streaming probably, well, for sure. Well, I don't know yet. Tomorrow. Use Fraps for FPS. Does Fraps work for X-Plane? Okay, so let's slow the plane down. We're at 2900. We're going to Bonky. We got LPV engaged. So I'll go ahead and toggle approach mode. And I really hope that thank you for the follows, by the way. You like the newest version of the logo? Well, thank you. I can't tell how it looks on the stream because I got to look at the VOD because the OBS preview window doesn't do it justice. Okay, so here we go. We're coming up to Bonky. We're at 2,900. Let's see if it takes us to Lemon at 2,200. And we'll put on our landing lights. And there we go. Okay. Is it going to go? It's thinking about it. It's 0.4 to Bonky. We're in. Oh. There we go. Yep, there we go. We've engaged LPV. It only took us an hour and a half. So LPV is engaged. Now it's just a matter of managing our speed. So we're going to bring back the throttle just a little bit more. In the Baron, I think you could probably do an LPV approach at about 120 knots, I would think. Yay! We did it, folks. Thank you, Watcha. Thank you for celebrating. Thank you. Suck a fish. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Alright, we got traffic alert. Alright, so that looks good. I'm so happy. Simplified but reasonably accurate description. The frame is the draw time, and the CPU and the GPU numbers are how long of the frame draw time in percentage the frame spent in the processor. Oh, I guess that is helpful to a degree. Alright, so I'm going to slow down. We're at 1,900. We're supposed to be at Vague here in a moment at 1420. Go ahead and put in a notch of flaps. And go ahead and put my gear down. Gear coming down. My frame rates have dropped considerably. Part of that could be due to my 4-flight program too. McKay AJ, how you doing? No GS enunciation like before. No GS enunciation. Yeah, what's weird is, well, yeah, it's looking good though. Still, I mean, the GPS is taking us down. That is so cool. It's not an ILS. It's an actual LPV approach automated by the GPS. That's pretty cool. So now I'm wondering, I don't have a lot of autogen on right now, AIE, New Speedy, because I try to get some frames back. Now I could put autogen on by clicking here and go objects. Let's do this. Let's draw this out. Let's bring in more objects. Boom. Now we're going to get some autogen. But our autopilot kicked off when we did that because we got too slow. That's okay. All right, so now we'll test. Okay, so you can see in the upper right hand corner here my control deflections. Okay, see how? Okay, I'm pushing the joystick forward to get the plane down. We got too slow there, so the LPV approach disengaged. But see, you can see when I turn left and right, you can see on that window. And then here's my rudder pedals, right? So you can actually see what I'm doing to maybe crab in the wind. And here's my toe brakes, and then here's my throttle. It's pretty cool. We're a little high. Thanks for the explanation, Whiskey Tuesday. Appreciate that. You tried messing in PlaneMaker for the undercarriage? I haven't. I'm not an expert in PlaneMaker. I'm wondering if there is a fix. Because I think other people are streaming and displaying an X-Plane 11 without that those gear doors being down. All right, we're a little bit fast. You can see I'm messing with the. Now the LPV approach would have taken us right down to minimums. But again, I wasn't watching the speed because I was engaged with chat. But I think what we'll do is we'll probably test out another airport, and then or what? Well, I'll have you guys decide. Should we go on Pilot Edge and do an approach on Pilot Edge at this airport, or should we go test Montgomery? I'm coming in a little fast, I know. You can see the control deflections. A little bit fast there. Now you can see my yaw on that window up there. You can see what I'm doing with my rudder pedals. And of course the ground handling in X-Plane is needs a little bit of work. Fast exit, I know. Oh. Whoa. Alright, normally you would never do that. You'd stop and get permission to taxi. We'll do a quick replay. And while I'm doing a replay, we'll just have a quick vote. Alright, so there's on the outside. And I'll get rid of the GTN window. But what's cool about the instant replay is it's also going to show the control deflections up there in the upper right. So that's cool. Didn't PB3 make ground handling better? I don't have. Is public beta 3 out? I don't have public beta 3 yet. Is it out? They did make a minor adjustment, didn't they? It didn't prompt me. X-Plane didn't prompt me for an update, though. It's kind of not very easily read there, but basically you guys decided, should we go on Pilot Edge and do do an approach on Pilot Edge, or should we go test a new field LPV? The other thing I'm noticing is I did a replay the other day, and cars were moving in the replay. I wonder if I stop here and let it load, and then the cars work. Anyway, test a new field LPV or go on PE Pilot Edge with this airport at this airport. Anytime this week, Austin said. So tomorrow, I guess, unless it's delayed. Okay. Yeah, apparently they found a bug that's 20 years old. Marshall here. Don't know if you talked about the CDI and the GTN. I managed to fix the problem. Oh, and do a new LPV. Oh, hello, Ham Sandwich, Mr. Marshall. I love your YouTube videos. Feel free to post a link here in the chat room to your YouTube channel because you have some awesome commentary. I think you should live stream, personally. But yes, I haven't talked about the CDI at length, but we were able to get we were able to engage an LPV approach tonight into 2-0 right. It was going down on its own via LPV guidance, and then I got too slow and the autopilot disengaged. So, but tell me how you fixed the problem. Please let me know how you fixed the problem. What you were saying is the HSI should work even though you're in the GPS CDI. Your HSI should still give you feedback as to whether or not you're on the approach. Thanks for joining the channel. Hello, Casmados. How you doing? That was not a bad landing. I was a little right of center. All right, we'll do one more. The vote's got 20 seconds left. I'll pull up the relevant INI settings. Oh, okay, cool. So it is an INI setting. Okay, that's where I was starting to stall, and that's where my LPV disengaged. But that's okay. Let's do a. All right, who won the vote here? The final results were test a new field. Okay. Well, I will go over to this spreadsheet. For those of you who were not here earlier, the spreadsheet is here. Hello, Yoni Wolf. The spreadsheet is there, and that lists all of the LPV fields. Now what I'm going to do is, if you guys go over to that spreadsheet, ooh, look at that. Wow. That's pretty cool. Touchdown near the numbers. Okay. Oh, so there's the link. Okay, sorry about that. There's the INI file. I should give you a permit. So there's the INI file. Okay, for the GTN. Cool. Now, one thing that I've noticed, Ham Sandwich, is that and you may not have been here in the channel earlier, but X-Plane 11 is crashing on me when I use the GTN if I don't delete the INI file right before launching the plane for the first time. So if I go up here, I gotta make sure that I get your Dropbox link here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bookmark there to your Dropbox link. So yeah, I've had to delete the Reality XP GTNINI file in the plane prior to launching it, and then it works again, if that makes sense. Okay, so on that